Okay, let me go. Today's goal is we're going to be moving this climbing frame into the field for the girls, into the second field, right, the newest one. And yes, this is Brian now. He's, he's only 12 weeks old now. And look at the size of these horns. He's doing very well. Look at him. Take a look at this though. Goat socks. I don't even know if you can see that. Goat socks. This is the climbing frame we're going to be moving. It's mainly this section here, because the section on the left is going to stay, but this on the right I'm going to get rid of the top pallet because it is all rotted away. Ignore all the stuff on the top, but as you can see it's rotten, it's horrible, it's all falling apart. So I'm going to bin this pallet on the top, but these four that are in a square will be very good to build a climbing frame off of. Similar obviously to the big one over there in the boys field, but we're going to be doing something just like over there. And this is a very good start. So I'm going to take the top off, bin it, deconstruct this, chuck it over the fence, and start afresh. But I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. First off, obviously the goats don't already have a climbing frame in that field, so it'd be good for them to be able to get some shade and also have something to climb on. But I really want it because I can put a proper hay feeder like connected to it like we have on the bigger climbing frame, because what I have now works, but it's not great if we're going to have more than just the two goats in there. We take a short break because there's a frog. Oh, this frog, I swear I see him all the time. Hold on, frog. Oh, look. Oh, he just lives in the goat shed now. That will be going in the bin very shortly, but as you can see, it's all rotten and you can literally just snap it straight in half. So it's not good for a goat to stand on. Now though, we've just got the cube there we need to chuck over the fence for these two to use in their climbing frame, and this is what I've been using as a hay feeder for now, and it works relatively well. They don't really fight over it, but I want to do something proper, a bit like what I've got on the boys' bigger climbing frame. Oh, and these are the goat socks, by the way. I'm going to recreate something like this. So we've obviously got the cube there, I've got a spare pallet we can put on the top, and then another pallet we can put across, and then down there, and then attach a hay feeder on the end, and that just works really well. I'd also have to get the hammer now because a lot of the screws there have all rusted over as well, which has just made life just impossible. It's really annoying. There is also some cleaning to be done down here because a lot of this is just rotten wood that's fallen down, but I don't want the goats to stand on it and hurt themselves, or any like nails to be sticking up, or just any nails in general. So we'll tidy that up once we remove one of these pallets, and we'll go from there. Now for a project like this, I like to reuse as many screws as possible. A bucket of rotten wood and some rusty nails. I've picked up everything. I'm like pretty sure. There is a bit of wood left at the bottom, and it's just like small bits the goats will just leave. They should do at least, but I don't think there's any more nails. So yeah, this is just how it works. It's all kind of screwed in and held in a structure. I'm not taking the screws out of these the best I can, so I can just basically put it back as it was. But as you can see, it's all just bits of wood. Now I don't think there's any more nails, but if you can see a nail, let me know in the comments. That's the easy bit. There we are. It's gone. Now this will all grow over in the next sort of, I think in a month it probably will be green grass or mostly grass or whatever. They're very interested. And all the junk is the other side of the electric fencing just for the moment, so they can't get to it. But let's go put it together. We are losing light quite quickly. The sun has set. It's getting dark, but I think we've got enough time to put it together. Look at the size of his stomach though. I don't feed him. I mean, I feed him like grain every other day in like the evening because I feel bad for not feeding him. But look at the size of him. He's doing really well. He's growing quickly. Just from eating what's in the field and what the boys eat. So I don't see why he should have lots of extra food. I mean, he does get it because he needs the minerals and stuff. But I mean, he's doing so well. Let's take this apart and put the new one together. It wasn't supposed to collapse like that. Now I will say the goats haven't been using the hay feeder, but it's more just there for an extra option for food, basically. Because Maya's lost a lot of weight since she had her kids, and that was mostly due to worms, and that could have just been because she was pregnant and then had 2 miscarriages. So she's been wormed, but she's just taken a bit of time to put the weight back on. So I put hay out as an extra option for food because they don't really need it and they don't choose to eat it. Oh, she's eating the hay. Right, it's day 2 of this project, and this is the cube of pallets you've already seen. Now all we've got to do now is put this pallet here on the top, then we're going to be using that one to like stand up here, and then that pallet on the bottom next to Maya we're going to be using as like an extra bit across the top, so they've got more space in the top but also space for shade, and then the hay feeder, which is here, will connect to this bit that stood up. One of my favourite things though is just looking at the sky and all the clouds and the sunset and stuff, just the goats. It's normally pretty cool. So I've got the 2 top pallets screwed in now, so they're properly solid, not going anywhere, and that's pretty much the structure done. I've just got to attach the hay feeder, and then after that, it's good. I need to figure out a way for the goats to actually get up onto the climbing frame, and there's a couple of gaps I need to patch up so they don't get hooves stuck, but otherwise, it's pretty good to go. But the main goal was just to get this bit set up here so there's a bit of extra shade, and then I will also be opening that up so the goats can actually go inside. But it was just the shade that was really needed, and I probably will have to expand this as well because this pallet does have a lot of gaps in it, but it'll do the job. My only concern was this here because I don't want to go getting the hoof stuck here, so we're not going to be opening this up yet, basically. But yes, this is the new climbing frame in all of its glory. Look at that. Phoebe is using that bit of the hay feeder as a bit of a scratching post, but it works really well. It will give them the extra shade, and it also has the hay feeder here. And you may have seen in the video, I did originally want to put the hay feeder this side, but it would have left the actual hay feeder bit on the edge, which doesn't work well with goats because you may know they headbutt each other a lot, and they do like to fight over the food. So having it there means one goat can't just stand on the end and headbutt. They have to like go to this side and they can just swap around and whatever they do. I'm actually so excited for this. It just works well, and it's obviously very expandable as well, and there's things we can do. Obviously I need to figure out a way to get up there for the goats, and I think I'll just do something here. I don't 100% know yet, but we'll do something so they can get on the top. But I need to patch up a few gaps, obviously the one you've seen over there. And there is this bit of wood I'm going to saw off as well, just because I had to use this to level this out, otherwise it was a bit wobbly. So saw that off, and we'll be good to go. So it's been a few days, and here is the climbing frame. It's looking really good actually. I'm really happy with how it's going. It's not breaking or anything like that. It's doing well. The only concern I do have is this here is, I think, just rotting away, so we can replace this pallet when we need to. But as a whole, it's working really well. I did trim this bit off like I said I would, and the goats have been eating a bit of the hay, but it's been out here for a few days, so I'm going to basically just use it as bedding, just whack it in their shed, because there's no point putting it on the waste pile over there if they could use it for bedding and it's not like yucky or anything like that. Phoebe, stop licking my leg. She does like to lick legs. It's weird. She like walks up behind you and starts licking the backs of your legs. And then of course in here we've got Brian with his huge stomach. Got Henry and Oscar. Oscar's like barely been in the video today, but Oscar's over there. He's chilling. So that's how to make a climbing frame basically for your goats. There will be a part 2 coming out soon with me building a way for the goats to actually get on top of it, and just kind of a general update and making sure they can actually get inside. But otherwise, it is that simple.